Say, my man, what good news do you have today? Well, we're going to talk about the good news when we come back. I'm CLM II for Style with Power, the channel that helps empower men through style.
Okay.
Hey, happy Monday, and I can truly say it is a happy Monday. I'm CLM II for Style with Power, the channel that helps empower men through style. And if you're into videos that talks about style, that talks about fashion, that talks about empowerment, and that talks about mindset, well, this is the channel for you. So take a minute, hit that subscribe button, and hit the little notification bell so you'll know every time we upload a video. Well, last week's show really had some sad news about the George Floyd case. Well, this week we have some great news. The great news is that not only did they arrest the main police officer in this case, but they also upgraded his charges from third-degree murder to second-degree murder, which is fantastic. And of course, we're looking for first-degree murder, so we're moving in the right direction. The second great thing that happened is that they actually arrested the other 3 police officers who was involved in the murder of George Floyd. So that's great news also. So we do have some great news that came from all of the upheaval of last week. George Floyd has absolutely galvanized not only America, but galvanized the world. The world is tired of seeing the oppression of not only black and brown people, but the oppression of poor people. And there is an upheaval, and it all is due to one man, the death of George Floyd. As I was saying last week in the video, it only takes one person to start the tidal wave, and the tidal wave has happened. Unfortunately, George Floyd will not be here to see how he has changed the world, but it's such a great comment that his daughter made when she says, "My daddy has changed the world," and he definitely has. And sometimes changing the world, it comes through death. But sometimes death just makes us all aware of what actually is going on. Well, the first thing I want to do is I made a list of those individuals who need to get kudos, needs to get a shout out, needs to be praised for what they've done since this has occurred. So the first person I made a little list here. First person that I want to shout out, of course, is the mayor of Minneapolis. He didn't waste any time. Once he seen the video, he fired the 4 police officers right away. He did not hesitate. He had a press conference and he said that he was disgusted and he could not believe that this happened to one of his citizens, and he fired them right away. So kudos to him for stepping up to the plate and making a decision very quickly. As you know, I live in the tri-state area, and it took 5 years. Once again, I'll say it took 5 years for them to finally fire the police officer that killed Eric Gardner. Atrocity. It's unthinkable that it would take so long. And in 5 years, this man made a lot of money. So I'm so proud and so happy to say kudos to the mayor of Minneapolis. Second person we want to give a shout out to is that we just heard that Kanye West has stepped up to the plate. He's donated $2 million or over $2 million to help out the families of George Floyd. Also is contributing to the families of Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. So I want to say kudos to him. He has stepped up to the plate, and he hasn't always been on the same side as the culture, where he has said some great things about the President of the United States that people did not agree with, but he has shown that he definitely has true character. He definitely has a heart. He definitely empathizes, and he stepped up to the plate and he donated $2 million to their cause. So I want to say shout out to him. Kudos to you, Mr. Kanye West. That's a great job. Next person we want to give a shout out to is the district attorney, Keith Ellison. They brought him in, and for those who do not know who Keith Ellison is, you need to go look him up, Google him. Brilliant lawyer, very, very smart man, has high integrity, high character, and he's going to do a very, very good job, or even a great job in this case. He's very, very thorough. He takes his time. He makes sure all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, and we're looking for him to get these men convicted on the highest charges that he can, so that they can go away forever and never ever have to set foot outside of prison again. Or if they do, they will spend a lot of time in prison, and spending time behind bars will definitely change a person's life, change a person's way of thinking, and this is what they all need. So I want to say kudos to Keith Ellison. We got your back. We want to make sure that you're able to have the freedom to do the best job that you can. So great job with him. Next person on the list is the Reverend Al Sharpton. As we know, Al Sharpton has been on the front lines for a long, long time. I mean, I remember the younger, bigger Al Sharpton. So to see the older, skinnier, smaller Al Sharpton is such a contrast. It's funny. But he's been on the front lines for a long time and has been doing a great job. He did a great eulogy. He did a great speech for George Floyd, and I just want to give kudos to him, because he has been preaching this for a long, long time. And for him to have this moment, he hasn't been out there as much in his older age, being that he now has his own TV show, he has his own radio show. You know, he's in the mainstream. Kudos to you, Al Sharpton. We like what you're saying, we respect what you do, and what you've been saying for years. You now have another opportunity to show individuals that things hasn't changed that much. But I think this could be the tide that's going to turn everything around. So kudos to him. Next, I just want to give a shout out to all the good cops out there. I come from a family of people who worked in the police department. One of my family members was a police officer. I was a big athlete, and I played softball against a lot of police officers. I played with them and against them, know a lot of them, and most of them are good people. But the good people has to root out the bad people, because when the bad people do bad things, we will lump all of you together. We know that not every cop is a bad cop. Matter of fact, we know that the majority of cops are good cops. Only thing they want to do is do their job, and they want to go home to their family and their friends, just like all of us. But you have some bad people who want to do bad things, and it gives a bad name to everyone. So shout out to all the good cops out there, those cops that has been kneeling, those cops that has been walking in the march, those cops who actually have empathy and sympathy for what's going on. Shout out to them, and want to tell them to keep up the good work. And last but not least, shout out to all the white people who truly believe in civil rights and that Black Lives Matter. Shout out to all of them who are on the side of justice, who understands the atrocities that Black and brown people have suffered in this country, and who feel a sense of responsibility, and that they will take on the responsibility. They understand that it's important that first acknowledging that we have been oppressed, acknowledging that we have not been treated fairly in this country, and that America must make up for that. And the way that America is going to make up for that is, of course, through reparations. There must be some form of reparations given to Black and brown people in this country for all of the suffering that has occurred in this country, and how this country has become rich, and how this country has gained so much on the backs of Black and brown people. And as long as people are here in this country, or in America, they need to get the opportunities just like all Americans. So shout out to all of you white people. And lastly, I'm going to show you some videos. I'm going to show you a couple of videos. There's one video of a little 7-year-old black girl that's on the front lines. This is a fantastic video. She's fantastic. She's great. And she's out there protesting with her parents. And that's a great video. So I'm going to show you that video. And of course, I want to show you a couple of funny videos because we can't forget about the pandemic. Pandemic is happening. So I'm going to show you a couple of funny videos from the pandemic and what people are doing while they're in quarantine. And then lastly, I'm going to show you a inspirational video of music. I'm going to have to look for it because every now and then I find one, but the video gets blocked. So I have to find another one, but I'm going to see if I can show you that one. So that's it for this week's show. And I'm so happy to be able to report some good news. Not like I'm a reporter, but it's good to be able to have some good news. And then hopefully even next week, there'll even be better news. So until next week, I will see all of you next Monday.
No justice, no peace. 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 No justice.
All right, you ready?
I'm a young black man doing all that I can to stand. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind, every day I'm being hunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough struggle. I just wanna live. God protect me. I just wanna live. I just wanna live.